Oh my gosh, I'm so out of breath and so thirsty. Whew. Hi beauties and welcome to my channel. If you're new, I'm Kenzey and I am so freaking excited for today's video. I've just started thinking about it and I'm like, hold on. I don't feel like I've shared enough information about my pregnancy with you guys. So from here on out, I want to try and start doing like weekly pregnancy updates for you guys. Especially at this point in my pregnancy, I feel like so many different things are changing so rapidly. And I thought there's no better time than now to go ahead and start further including you guys in this journey. So of course, if you aren't already, be sure to go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell notification down below. That way you don't miss any future pregnancy updates or videos. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the video. So today I woke up 25 weeks pregnant. Ooh, that is equivalent to 6 months, which means I literally only have 3 more months of pregnancy before I go and have this baby. And am I freaking out? A little bit. But I know it's going to be okay. I got God by my side. I have a strong support system and I'm nervous, but I still am so excited because I cannot wait to meet this baby girl. I'm going to go ahead and share these kind of symptoms and different changes that I've noticed around week 24 and 25. But there were a few things that I wanted to mention, not symptom wise, that I don't think I've shared with you guys prior to this video right here. So let's go ahead and get a little personal real quick. So I'm out of breath, which has been very prevalent throughout the entire pregnancy. But with my pregnancy, I feel like I've had a very good pregnancy thus far. Like, I haven't experienced a lot of morning sickness. I haven't experienced a lot of like bad symptoms. Like, I feel like I've had a pretty smooth pregnancy. The worst thing that I think I've experienced thus far is like acid reflux and heartburn, which was horrible, which I'll get to a little bit more in a little bit. But outside of that, I've had a pretty smooth pregnancy and I'm extremely grateful for that. But with that being said, I hated my doctors. My OB's office was like so bad. I saw a different doctor every single time I went. Granted, we do have this whole pandemic going on. I literally, all of my appointments were virtual. I think I saw my baby one time. I heard a heartbeat one time and I had to ask to hear the heartbeat. The atmosphere and the doctors themselves were not very personable. Like I said, I saw multiple doctors, so I just never felt comfortable in that environment. And it just made me really nervous as a first-time mom. Like, I have so many questions and concerns. And not to mention, as a young black woman, I don't know if you know this, but as a young, not even young, as a black woman, we are more susceptible to, we're more at risk during pregnancy. So I already did not feel safe and I just had so many questions and I just really wanted a black doctor. But here in Oregon, that pool is about this big. Like, there are no black doctors, especially OBs. And so I was extremely grateful. I think there's 2 in like all of Oregon. And I was so grateful to have found one of the 2 black doctors in all of Oregon. And she was so welcoming and I was able to get in with her. And I had my first appointment a few weeks ago and it was amazing. Night and freaking day. I feel so much better going through this pregnancy knowing that I have her care. But with that being said, that doctor's appointment changed my entire pregnancy. So I went from feeling like I was having a normal pregnancy, being told that I was having a normal pregnancy, there were no signs, symptoms, concerns. And after my appointment with my most recent OB, she cares about me, wants to make sure I have the best health and care in general. And I found out that I'm now high risk. So my pregnancy is now considered high risk because of my heart conditions. I don't know if you guys saw or remember in a previous video I had like a heart monitor on, and that was something that I had to wear for about 2 weeks to monitor my heart, which later determined that I have 2 heart arrhythmias, 2 heart blocks. Oh, my baby's kicking me right now and it feels really weird. She's been kicking really low That's all I'm gonna say, and it just feels really, really weird. But that determined that I had 2 heart blocks, 2 heart arrhythmias, and women are more susceptible to heart attack. Black women are more susceptible to heart attack. My mom has a pre-existing heart condition, which makes my risk go up even more. And on top of that, pregnant women are more susceptible to heart issues as well. So that puts me at like quadruple risk, which again has made my pregnancy go from a normal pregnancy to high risk. About a week or 2 ago, I went and had an echo, and I have an appointment coming up on the 22nd to kind of go over those results and further determine the plan of action. But as far as I've been told thus far, I will be getting induced. So that's about all the information I have right now, and of course I'll keep you guys updated. But that was kind of scary, but also reassuring, knowing that I am being cared for and watched like I'm supposed to. Because again, at my previous doctors, no one mentioned anything about my heart or it even being an issue. So I feel like I'm in way better care. I feel way more comfortable. And on top of that, homegirl gave me some medicine for my acid reflux and heartburn, which has been God sent. Oh my gosh, I can eat again, I can drink again without having excruciating acid reflux and heartburn. So that has been so freaking amazing. And outside of that, those are the only major changes. I have my glucose test coming up. Everything's healthy with the baby, and yeah. So now that we got all the crazy updates out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about the weird symptoms and different things that I've noticed, the changes that have been happening from weeks 24 to 25. Girl. Firstly, the first major change that I think I've noticed is how freaking hungry I am. I went from like, oh my gosh, I have no appetite, nothing sounds good, to like, I'm starving and I need to eat. I just ate, oh, I'm starving again. Oh, I'm sleepy, but I need to eat. To go on top of the hunger comes the thirst. Like, I cannot eat enough and I cannot drink enough. I am hungry and thirsty all day long, and that is definitely a change that I've noticed within the last like week. Because prior to that, I had like no appetite. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I was actually nervous asking my doctor, like, is this normal? Like, is my baby gonna grow the same? Because I feel like I'm not eating enough. And honey sweet child, she said, don't you worry about that, that'll change once you get a little further along. And they were not lying, because I'm starving. Another major change, like this is something that has been so annoying that I've noticed, is the insomnia. Like, girl, I cannot sleep at night. I literally am going to sleep at like 3:34 every single night, which is so frustrating. Like, I turn off all the lights, don't touch my phone, and I'm just tossing and turning and turning and tossing. My brain cannot shut off. And then when I finally do go to sleep, pregnancy dreams are not a joke, okay? I thought that I was having pregnancy dreams before, but now these dreams are like real life. Like, I wake up not being able to tell the difference between my dream and reality. And again, it's really frustrating because like I'm exhausted when I wake up, because not only did I go to sleep super late, but then like I'm living a whole nother life in my dreams. So I'm just waking up like exhausted, like I didn't even get any sleep. And that is definitely, again, something that I've noticed changed within like the last week. On top of that, my stomach is still not really showing. We haven't really started peaking much more, but I can feel her so much heavier in my stomach. I feel like she's like more in my back now, but I feel her like when I move and when I'm walking, like she's just heavier. Like, it just feels, I don't know how else to explain it outside of like heavy. Like, I can feel her more. Before it was just like I'm pregnant, but now it's like I feel her. Sometimes it's uncomfortable and just like heavy. I don't know how else to explain it. Oh, this is another major change, okay? Like, major. I remember when I went to like my first or second doctor's appointment, they were like, are you peeing a lot? And I'm like, no. Like, if anything, I'm peeing less. I spoke too soon. Girl, this baby is laying right on my bladder and I'm peeing every 3 minutes. I'm not even exaggerating to you. Like, you wouldn't believe how much I'm peeing. Maybe it's because I'm drinking more water too, because I'm more thirsty, but I literally am peeing all the time, to the point where, like, I'll go pee. By the time I get back to the bed, I have to pee again. It's so freaking annoying. I literally pee all day long, okay? All day long. The other day I messed up and I wore a freaking onesie, like a, what you call it? Having a brain fart. Pregnancy brain is real too, okay? What are those things called? Not leotard, a onesie. You know what I'm talking about, where they button like diaper, like onesie. I wore one of those with some pants. Worst decision of my life. I'm in public, and one, I have a belly kind of, so like I couldn't button it. And two, I have to pee for 2 seconds. That's the worst outfit idea ever when you're pregnant. I do not recommend. Definitely do not recommend that at all. So I feel like that's all of the symptoms that I've noticed recently. Still have a sweet tooth. Nothing else outside of that has really changed or been like that big of a change for me. But one thing I will mention, and it's not a symptom, but something I wanted to mention, is like, I really don't know if I want to have a baby shower. Not because I don't want to have a baby shower, not because I don't want to celebrate the baby, not because I don't want to spend time with family, but simply because planning the gender reveal was so stressful and so much work and just so exhausting that the thought of turning around and doing that in like a month or two, oh my gosh, like I don't even want to. Like, part of me is just like, here's the registry, get stuff if you want to, don't if you don't want to. But like planning an actual party, oh my gosh. Like, comment down below if you felt like that when you were pregnant, or comment down below and let me know if you think I'm tripping and I need to have one, or like what your take on that is. Because for me personally, at this point, I don't want to. Like, I just don't want to. And I feel like that's really messed up, because I know it's like a really good time for everyone else to celebrate with us, and like, it's supposed to be a good time, you know? But it just doesn't sound appealing right now. Doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. But outside of that, I think that's pretty much it for the 25-week update. Like I said, I'm going to try and do these weekly for you guys, so I don't want it to be too long. But those are pretty much the only drastic, huge, major changes that I think I've noticed throughout this past week and a half. And of course, would it be a pregnancy update if I didn't show you guys a bump date, a nice good bump update? It's not much to see, but I'm gonna show y'all, of course. This is what we're working with. This is the bump, still tiny. Y'all would not believe that I am freaking 6 months pregnant. Every time I tell people that, they're like, excuse me, what? Are you sure? Because where? 6 months? Where? And, oh, that just reminded me of one more thing. Apparently, the reason why my stomach is small is because, one, I have a long torso, but also if you had like abs and were in shape prior to pregnancy, then that can have an impact on how big your stomach is as well. Also, I feel like, me personally, I'm carrying a lot in my back, so of course that's going to have an impact on the size of my belly as well. Excuse me. And also, I'm still working out now, so I'm trying to work out 4 to 5 times a week. I'll get on like the Peloton bike or do like a quick pregnancy workout. Nothing too strenuous, nothing too crazy, but just to try and keep my body active. My baby's father and I go on walks on occasion, just again to try and keep my body active. So with that combination of things, I think that is why my stomach is as small as it is. But I have a feeling that baby girl is just gonna pop one of these days. Like, I'm just gonna wake up and have like a stomach within the next 3 months. I have a strong feeling that's what's gonna happen here. So at this point, she is freaking tiny and not really showing much, but she's in there. I promise she in there, because the way she's kicking me right now, she is letting it be known she is in there. Oh, one more thing. I don't know. Comment down below if you experienced this during pregnancy, but she will literally be in my stomach doing somersaults, gymnastics, kicking me, punching me, karate, the whole 9. And as soon as her dad goes to touch my stomach, instantly stops moving, like every single time. And I feel so bad because he hasn't gotten the chance to like really feel her move. Like he'll feel like a kick here, punch there, but like I be seeing her move her whole body and like feeling her do kicks and flips, and he's never got to experience that because again, every single time he touches me, she stops moving. So let me know. I googled it. Apparently that's a thing, but let me know down below if you've experienced that at all, because again, like I feel bad, and I don't know if that means that he's soothing and like she loves the comfort of his hands and his voice and she stops, or she don't mess with him, because at this point I don't know. Outside of that, that's about it for this 25-week update. I of course hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, definitely be sure to give a giant thumbs up, and of course comment down below. Let me know about your pregnancy experience. How was 25 weeks for you? If you're currently pregnant, how's it going for you? I love hearing about your guys' journeys as well. And of course, if you aren't already, definitely be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification down below. That way you don't miss any future posts. And outside of that, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video.